these are the people I want to thank for the clips: Gary8687, Cracker Tunes, WB Kids, Norsk, Grand Toys, MovieCon Movie, and Samster Madness. Okay, for today's video, because I'm kinda bored, I just want to talk about the Meaning of Nerds video on Tom and Jerry and why they're friends, adding evidence, and also not agreeing with the video. So yeah, I'm listing the timestamps right now, and let's just get into the video. I need a script, but yeah, anyway, so this section won't be really long since I have more to disagree about the video, but yeah, let's go to the 1993 Tom and Jerry movie, to where after the house is getting destroyed, Tom locked Jerry in his mouse, alright, later before this, right, and he runs away but has the moral compass to save Jerry after this, showing that yes, they do have compassion for each other, and even when Tom's walking away, Jerry follows him. Next one is Tom and Jerry just chilling out in general, helping the baby from dying in a fire, taking care of him, and when Tom gets a book thrown at him by the babysitter, Jerry patches up his head. My final piece of evidence to adding on to this video is that after Tom fell off the building, right, Jerry went to go save him in the freezing cold. It's a good show of how they do care for each other, and do, when it actually happens, when they're about to die, they will come to each other's need. One final piece of evidence that I like from him is how he played the clip saying you never thought you missed that cat, which is actually something I like. Now let's get on to the things I don't agree about with this theory, right? Let's go back to the Tom and Jerry movie, for instance, right? To where when Jerry follows him, Tom instantly points him to go away from him. And another point is that they don't know that they can talk to each other. And when they do figure this out, they instantly just get frustrated with each other. And even at the end of the movie, to where they're called friends, Tom still starts to instigate him. Now this can just be their way of showing their friendship, because this is just an old classic at this point, but yeah, they just start their shenanigans. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to Push Button Kitty, to where he says this episode makes it the most clear on their friendship, right? So yeah, I'll play the clip right now.
Not allowed to be regular friends, and in no episode is this made more clear than in Push Button Kitty.
Okay, so yeah, after playing the clip, here's a bit of a problem with this, right? He doesn't really go over the episode. With a Google search, right, it mostly describes this as Tom's laziness, or him being lazy right now. Hell, even on the Tom and Jerry wiki, it says laziness, shown in the beginning episode where he's just being lazy and letting her sweep and lifting up his foot, not even trying to move at all. Well, his whole body anyway. And just watching Jerry, or he just walked away. But you already know the story. Nakano comes in, he gets kicked out, and another thing that he says is Tom and Jerry team up. Well, and actually, this is basically the final scene you'll see Tom until like the near end of the episode, to where he just hears Mama T. Hold on, what's her name again? I need the script, but yeah, Mandy Two Shoes. Then, you know, since I have part 3 up right here, I can find the full episode. But yeah, Tom doesn't show up until like the near end. And when we talk about the team up, right, I'll play the clip right now.
But by the end of the episode, Tom and Jerry teamed up once again and are able to get rid of the cat and convince the...
Alright, so after playing the clip, let's address the teamwork now, because it's not like teamwork, it's just Jerry wanting to get his whole back in defiance from what the wiki says, right? And Jerry's just doing usual shenanigans, to where he's just like failing to get his whole back and just getting beat up over and over. And the teamwork is actually not through Tom and Jerry, but just through the mice, to where Jerry just knows he can't win by himself. Nakano goes crazy, and Tom only comes back when he hears Manny Two Shoes in need, right? Because she's screaming, and that's when he shows up again. Yada 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 through the plot, right? The generator falls in Tom's stomach, and Jerry, being, well, a friend, right, just turns it on, and he starts... It's kind of funny, right? But Tom just starts ramming into other stuff, so yeah. I just want to point that out too, showing that there's still some animosity between them. And it wasn't even teamwork really, it was just Jerry just doing his own thing. Then Tom just shows up at the end, right? Alright, another problem I have with this theory is that there are episodes to where the owner just isn't there, right? Take episode 69 for example, Fit to be Tied, right? To where after Spike steps on a nail, he gives Jerry a bell out of kindness. And after Tom tries to mess with Jerry, right, he gets punched in the gumball machine. And the next scene after this is questionable because they're supposed to be friends, but they make each other their slaves, right? And none of them looks happy while doing it, especially since the owner isn't there. Long story short, the dogs get a rule that they're forced to be on the leash, and Jerry is now Tom's slave, right? And it doesn't really help to show that they're friends, especially since the owner isn't there, right? And even at the end of the episode, Jerry just happily rings the bell as Spike kicks him, so it's like, there are some things like that to where I really have to question this friendship. My final problem with this theory is continuity. Now let's go to episode 71, Cruzy Cat After Push Bunny Kitty, to where Tom and Jerry are on a whole different setting. Like, Tom's getting threatened by the owner of the ship that if he sees one mouse, Tom goes into the cellar, which sadly enough happens to Tom. And Jerry really doesn't try to help out Tom, he just like splashes water in his face. Maybe he didn't know he was there, but still, he doesn't even check on Tom, and he just floats to the island just to chill. Now, you can still say it's training, but even then, it gets to a point to where it's questionable. And now, they do have a chill scene in this episode, right? But even before that, they were trying to kill each other. And let's talk about the chill scene in general, to where they're just laughing at each other's misery, right? Now, it's still funny for the two, but even then, Tom takes it too far and just throws Jerry off, which does make me question this friendship and how far they'll take it sometimes. One final thing I want to talk about is this short clip that he had in this video. It's from Life of Tom, right? Episode 79. To where it has a scene like this, just adding on to the evidence of, like, for your friend Tom. And this letter's from Jerry, right? So yeah. It's just one final piece of evidence I want to add to the video. So yeah. This video had me confused on how I was going to structure after thinking about it more and more. Then I realized I was thinking about it too much, right? And I was like, oh my god, if I think about this theory too much, then it's like, it's going to make my head hurt. I'm going to procrastinate on this video more. Then I know I couldn't just do that, so yeah. This is just the ending of the video. This video became weird at the end. Well, for me, editing-wise, but yeah, I'm gone.